Unsettled Mariner. It's a changeling, sort of acts like Thalia, Guardian of Thraben for the deck. Whenever you or a permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or ability, your opponent controls counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. So against some decks that can be like a time walk, and against other decks it's almost like Thalia, slows them down just enough. Protects our creatures, similar to Kira, Great Glass Spinner. That's another card I could see running in the main deck or the sideboard somewhere. But this card is 1 mana cheaper, so we're gonna give that the nod. The sideboard is 2 copies of Bearden Forge Tender for the red decks in the format. 3 Path to Exile. You need some kind of removal. Modern's premium removal spell Path. Damping Sphere versus Big Mana and combo. Ariok Champions versus Jund and Prowess and decks of that nature with a lot of black and red spells. The main deck life gain is, or the life gain is helpful as well. Rest in Peace versus Dredge and Tarmogoyf decks, and Chalice versus low to the ground like Prowess decks, decks with a lot of 1-drops, like Shadow for example. I would bring this in against, I think. Of course. I mean, we'll try. I played against this player yesterday in the league. Forget exactly what deck they were on. This is a keep. Okay, okay. Guess we play the island here and drop Aether Vial. Pass turn. Okay, so they're on hardened scales. Yeah, we're gonna fake fish for a second. It's only gonna work for a turn. Yeah, 1-2-1. We actually played against this player yesterday in the league. They beat us yesterday. I played Crabvine yesterday to a 2-3. And they were one of our opponents. They're on the same deck. So I guess we drop Cavern here. Name Spirit. Go ahead and run out Mausoleum Wanderer. Something like that. Cavern, Hold Up Chains, and Wanderer. Okay, so mistakes were made. Gotta play my stuff instant speed when possible. I have 2 cards with flash. I like your line way better than just running out Mausoleum Wanderer. I've never heard of Mono Blue rack before. Mimic, sure. Okay, I see what that does. It kind of lets them dump their hand for free. So we'll play Spectral Sailor here. That way we can fade the Walking Ballista. Put Vial on 2. And I think we just want to aggro out here with Drogskull Captain. And do I want to play Rattle Chains here for an additional point of damage? Probably yes. Nice. Well, that looked pretty decisive there. I think we lucked out. What is the CMC of a Walking Ballista? Or what is the mana value of a Walking Ballista? Is it actually 0 or is it 2? Because Chalice of the Void might come in handy. 0 unless it's on the stack. So I kind of want the Graveyard Hate to turn off Modular. All their modular cards use the Graveyard. I guess I'm wondering, do we want the Chalices here? So they play a fair amount of 0 CMC stuff. Might not be the best card for the matchup. Could just bring in Rest in Peace and Paths. Okay. So we'll forgo the Chalices here. Have to cut 5 cards. We can cut Spectral Sailors and Selfless Spirits. Hey, what's up, that blue magic guy? I think I'll cut Spectral Sailor and then 2 Selfless Spirits. So I feel like the player on the play is heavily favored in this matchup, so I think we were lucky to win game 1. Although same can be said about most of Modern. While we wait for the opponent to join, just want to say shout out and thanks for watching the stream, everyone. This looks like a keep. No, I'm sorry, we were on the play. So, well, again, goes with my theory. We were on the play, excuse me. I just checked the game log. We were on the play. I misspoke. Here, let's go grab Hollowed Fountain. Play that tapped. And I guess I'll play Seachrome Coast here. I don't really want to run out the Shacklegeist into this Walking Ballista. But I also don't want to pass the turn and do nothing. Cavern Naming Spirit, Mausoleum Wanderer, and pass. So they grabbed Walking Ballista. Play Shacklegeist here. Attack for 2. Yep. Looks like our opponent's hand was pretty nuts. So here, let's go ahead and play Seachrome Coast. And I'm a little afraid of Snakeskin Veil. MTG Jesus, thanks for diving in the Shark Tank. Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. If it's your first time here, you feel like chatting, let us know your favorite card in Modern. Do we path the Walking Ballista now and just play Mausoleum Wanderer? Or do we play Drogskull Captain? Can't do both. This lets us leave up, we just play Mausoleum Wanderer. This lets us leave up Path to Exile. That's fair. Well, welcome to the stream regardless. I'll share. My favorite card, I think, is Kolaghan's Command. If they find a way to put another counter on the walking ballista, they can kill the Drogskull captain, so I think we path first. Least favorite card is Heliod. I can relate. That deck is very silly. Path Mimic instead. I think we have to path the walking ballista. We do this while they're tapped out to play around Snakeskin Veil. There's the Ozolith. So we take 2. No follow-up play. Why is that? Simply by virtue of playing this deck? Attack for 6. So it looks like Veil of Summer just to draw a card here. I think we like that. Looks like opponent is flooding. So they found a mana sink. Something told me to play Unsettled Mariner last turn. Okay, path. Let's go for Unsettled Mariner first. See if that prompts a response from the opponent. So that being a changeling triggers the Mausoleum Wanderer. Oh, I tapped my land wrong. Fudge. Yep. I misplayed for sure right here. So they put a counter on Walking Ballista. They're gonna go after Mausoleum Wanderer here. Arcbound Worker. Okay, so we have to path the Walking Ballista. Otherwise, they can begin to put counters from the Ozolith on it at some point. Dredge was one of the few decks that I sold when I had it in paper. I think we just want to kill the Walking Ballista now. And I guess we attack with just the Shacklegeist. Mystical, how's it going? Hello, right back. Welcome to the stream. So we can get tricky here with Spell Queller. Hardened Scales, sure. We could try and counter that. Might be better to try and counter what they play next. I'm gonna let that resolve. Alright, they're gonna try and put some counters on Arcbound Worker. They still have one card left in hand. We are at 16, so we could take the damage here. I think we'll just wait for the end step. Yep, I will take this. Okay, end step. Go ahead and play Spell Queller. I'll hold down control here. And if they don't have Snakeskin Veil, we can tap the Metallic Mimic. Looks like they don't, and we win. So here we're on the draw. And I guess I'll keep this hand. Ooh, looks like burn. Let's see if Goblin Guide gives us a land here. We have Rattle Chains on top. Okay, we'll take Rattle Chains. Play Flooded Strand here. Opponent plays another land. Suspends Rift Bolt. And let's see what our top card is. Supreme Phantom. Do we want Supreme Phantom here? So they have Rift Bolt on Suspend, potentially another 1 mana damage spell in hand. I think we have to fetch here, fetch away the Supreme Phantom. It's not likely to live anyways. Okay, Spell Queller. Here do I play Unsettled Mariner or Rattle Chains? Unsettled Mariner makes it harder for them to Rift Bolt me. They have to spend actual mana on it. So I think I play that this turn. Just to serve as a roadblock for the opponent. I think this actually might be one of our better cards in the matchup if I had to guess. Taxing the opponent is nice. And I think I'd rather take 2 here if it means that Unsettled Mariner sticks around. There's Mausoleum Wanderer. Our opponent can't Boros Charm us because they don't have the mana. Let's play Mausoleum Wanderer here. And do we attack the opponent for 2? I think we do. So I could play Shacklegeist here, start tapping down the Goblin Guide. My opponent is a Luris burn deck. Perhaps it's better just to wait and play Rattle Chains. Searing Blaze. And they're targeting Unsettled Mariner with that. So let's make sure our opponent pays the 1. And then Rattle Chains. I think we want the Mausoleum Wanderer trigger first. In case we need to counter another spell here, but they only have 1 mana to work with. So I guess we just target this. Always yield to that. So they pay the 1 just to deal the 3. And let's see if we get a land here. We have a Drogskull Captain on top. Opponent's at 16. If we don't block and we go to 5, we're probably dead. So I think we do block here, but do we block with Rattle Chains or Mausoleum Wanderer? This can counter another spell. Hey Stovetop, welcome to the stream. I think we block with the Rattle Chains here. Because Mausoleum Wanderer can counter another spell. But it also does kind of fall off quickly because they have the mana to pay for it. I think I'm going to block with the Mausoleum Wanderer. I can see that being a mistake. Here I'll pass the turn after attacking for 4. We'll hold up Spell Queller. So I could actually play a Drog Skull Captain here. So I think I'm going to do that. They have 7 points of burn, then we just lose on the spot. We're waiting for the opponent to actually do something, so I feel like we might have just lost the game. Opponent is paying costs. Hey, we have a turn. Swing out here. Skull Crack. Okay, so we have to counter the Skull Crack. Otherwise we lose. So let's make them pay the 1. Then Queller. And hope for the best. Opponent paying costs, so they must have us. Okay, nice. They must have had another 2 damage spell in hand, or 2 mana spell in hand. Unsettled Mariner definitely won us that game. So let's bring in the Forge Tenders and the Ariok Champions. And how do we feel about Chalice in this matchup? Yeah, that was sweet. I could see cutting Aether Vial to turn off their Smash to Smithereens. But if we bring in Chalice, we're just giving them another target for it. To Chalice or not to Chalice? I think I'm gonna cut Vials. Say we bring in Chalice, we turn off Lava Spike and Lightning Bolt, and that's about it. Goblin Guide and Monastery Swiftspear. That's 12 cards. They might bring in Smash to Smithereens for Aether Vial. I think we'll just bring in these 4 cards. Cutting Vial does seem like kind of a mistake because that helps us get around Eidolon of the Great Revel. So I don't really think I can keep these 1-landers. Keep, we have the bottom 2 cards. I guess we can bottom the Flooded Strand. Although maybe that was a mistake. Now I think I want the Flooded Strand for a Hallowed Fountain. And let's bottom Cavern. Cavern and probably Cavern. Hey, Drogskull Captain is our draw. No creature from the opponent. So that's very telling about their hand. They put Luris into their hand. Play another Mishra's Bauble. Here, let's flash in Rattle Chains. Opponent draws a card, goes back to 7 cards. I'll attack for 2. Luris incoming. Okay. So they recast Bobble, big surprise. Opponent has some information about the Mausoleum Wanderer in hand. So that would make sense why they don't cast a spell here. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and play Unsettled Mariner here. So with 6 cards in hand, let's see if they go after the Rattle Chains or if they go after me. They go after the Rattle Chains with Lightning Bolt. So Rattle Chains actually saved us 3 points of damage so far. Do I want to shock in this Hallowed Fountain right now? If I go to 17, how bad is that? I think it might be worth it, so I'm gonna do it. We'll play Mausoleum Wanderer first, and then a Shacklegeist. No attacks. Opponent cracking Arid Mesa right off the bat. There's a hardcast Rift Bolt. Targeting Unsettled Mariner. Okay, let's make sure they pay the 1. And then counter that with a Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay, perhaps that was not smart. We did tap the opponent completely out here. Let's go ahead and play Drogskull Captain. And am I attacking with Shacklegeist? I think I am. Feels risky though. Okay, they Searing Blaze, the Drogskull Captain. There's Eidolon. Here's an attack for 3, that'll put me to 11. Okay, Mausoleum Wanderer and Rattle Chains would put me to 7. Drogskull Captain would put me to 9. The good thing about Eidolon is that they can no longer Mishra's Bobble for free. It costs them 2 life. With 6 cards in hand, I don't think we can double spell, so let's go ahead and play Drogskull Captain here. Although this does kind of protect. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play 1 spell. No attacks here. Trying to stay at a high life total. There's a Swift Spear. Opponent does play the Mishra's Bobble, so they're down to an 11. Lava Spike, alright. So they're definitely playing like they have Lightning Helix in hand. And I guess I have to block. If they attack with everything, I have to block here. I'm at 6. There's the dreaded triple attack. So we're probably dead to what's in their hand here. Think I have to block Eidolon? Oh, can only block creatures with flying? Alright. So I think I'm dead. There's just no way they don't find another point of damage here. Alright. So we didn't see any smash to smithereens that game, but I do think they play the card. I think the cards we brought in are better than the cards that we took out. So let's just run it back. Here's to a better hand. Supreme Phantom is good and all, but not likely to live. We also have a Pain Land. I just don't think this hand beats a good burn hand, so I'm gonna mull this. This is slightly better. We'll put back one of the Drogskull captains, I think. Perhaps I should have kept the first hand or mulled harder to one of our protection from red creatures. But at least this hand has 2 Wanderers. Take 1 here. Play Unsettled Mariner. Attack for 2. There's Eidolon. Okay. Play Waterlog Grove. Think we play Drogskull Captain here. Then attack for 6. Opponent at least thinking about blocking. Oh, if they double block, that'd be great. Then we get Eidolon off the battlefield. Appears to be what they're debating. Whether or not to throw Eidolon into the grave. We got the double block. I will take that trade. Okay, Mishra's Bobble. And a Path to Exile for the Drogskull Captain. Here, I think we search for... Plains. Gonna take 6. Let's see what we draw here. Okay, this... I think I'm playing Mausoleum Wanderer first. Attack for 2. Opponent draws a card off Mishra's Bauble. Oh shit, I could have countered that, couldn't I have? Perhaps that might cost me the game? So here, can I afford to say no blocks? If I say no blocks, and they have 2 burn spells... that would be bad. Okay, there's Lightning Helix. And Lightning Helix is targeting me. Go ahead and flash in Rattle Chains here. Hey, Nova Scotia, welcome. Also, welcome XZ. Counter that lightning helix. We go to 6. Unsettled Mariner. I think I'm gonna play that here. Mistaken, thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Thanks for the shot in the arm. I hope your stream went well. Playing Tron today? What were you on? Let's see. Do I attack here? Oh, I missed a point of damage. I think I was supposed to play the Selfless Spirit. Well, I'll attack. Yeah, I did miss a point of damage though. Oh no, they have Rift Bolt? I didn't realize they had Rift Bolt on suspend. What's up, Bit? Bit X boy? So is it too late to counter that? Let's make them pay. They are targeting Unsettled Mariner with the Rift Bolt. So I think we actually flash in Rattle Chains first. Or excuse me, flash in Selfless Spirit. That'll buff the Mausoleum Wanderer. Makes them have to pay 2. Counter the next one. Sack Selfless Spirit? Okay, we'll do that. Then we can't block. Opponent has 2 cards in hand. Block 1. Okay, Searing Blaze. Didn't have landfall. Got there. Holy smokes. That was a nail biter. I think that Searing Blaze was just trying to get me to scoop or something. A big shout out to Mistaken69 for the raid. And the party of 7. Unsettled Mariner, I think, definitely won us that match. Shacklegeist and Unsettled Mariner are two of the most underrated cards that you could be playing in Spirits. Sometimes this doesn't even make the list. What was our next card? It doesn't matter. All right. So we're playing against Trellin. Trellin is a friend of mine playing some version of Bluetron. Yes, you're still a Magic player, Stovetop. So our opponent mulliganed to 5 cards, as if we needed further proof that they're playing Tron. Okay, let's go ahead and play Seachrome Coast here. Drop Aether Vial. I maybe could have led on Plains Vial, make it look like we're on Death and Taxes. Yep, I'll play Plains here. And I think I'll play Shacklegeist out. Trinket Mage. This searches for one of an artifact with CMC 1 or less. Okay, they go and get Walking Ballista. Makes sense. Run out this Mausoleum Wanderer. Put Vial on 2, Shotgun Hallowed Fountain. Move to combat. Pass the turn holding up Spell Queller. Oh, I missed some damage there for sure. Thanks, I didn't see it in time. So that was a misplay for sure. We could actually Violin Supreme Phantom here, block the Trinket Mage. Gonna go ahead and counter that. Or exile it from the stack, there's a difference. And I think we leave Vial on 2 here. That might be a mistake. No, it's probably correct to put Vial on 3. Okay, it didn't matter. We drew a Plains. Gonna go ahead and play the Selfless Spirit here. Attack for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cool. Was hoping to not get Ugin there. Looks like it worked out. I think Damping Sphere and Path both go up in value here. Path for Wormcoil and Damping Sphere for their Tron lands. What cards do we take out? Potentially Skyclave Apparition comes out here. I think maybe Unsettled Mariner can come out here, but that does work pretty well versus Walking Ballista. Maybe let's cut Spectral Sailor. Selfless can come out probably. And then one Unsettled Mariner. I know I want the Shacklegeist versus Wormcoil. Path to Exile is also a good answer. Keep this hand. Our opponent kept 7. Let's play Vial and pass. Put Vial on 1. Another land. Was hoping for more gas. Let's play Damping Sphere here. And I guess we play Mausoleum Wanderer on their end step. Here we put Vial on 2. And guess I'll play the Flooded Strand. No, I'm not. I'm gonna flash it in this time. I learned my lesson from the first game. Oh, I played the wrong spell. Shoot. Played the wrong spell. Okay, luckily that was a Thirst for Knowledge and not a counterspell. Yeah. Definitely a punt. O-Stone? So what is it? Skyclave Apparition would be a really good draw here. Let's draw Skyclave. Nope, another land. They do need one more mana to activate this. Nah, I haven't played this in forever. So do we gamble on them not having mana for the O-Stone? And play the Drogskull Captain here. I think if we wait and they play another pesky threat, that's probably bad. I think we have to save the Drogskull Captain until after they blow up O-Stone. It's just too likely that they have another land in hand. If we play Drogskull Captain here, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Debating. I think by waiting, we're just telling them that we have the Drogskull Captain in hand. Hmm. That's the thing. I'm waiting until they use the Oblivion Stone before I play the Drogskull Captain out. See, there's the 5th land. And they crack Oblivion Stone. They can get that back with Academy Ruins. Alright, we're just drawing too many lands here. Okay, there's Ugin. I think we can probably scoop to the Ugin. Yeah, we're just flooding. Don't really think there's any series of draws that gets us out of that situation. So knowing that they're leaning on Oblivion Stone, we could bring in Selfless Spirits again. It might actually be better than Unsettled Mariner. Let's try this out. Board out the Skyclaves for Selfless. Okay, this hand looks pretty good. We still have two. We're not completely boned. Um, let's play Flutterstrand here and pass. That's a really good turn one from the opponent. Land I did not want to see. I think I'll play Selfless Spirit here. Okay, Expedition map. So our opponent will have access to their all the lands in their deck next turn. Another land, not a great draw. Here, let's play Cavern Naming Spirit. And I think we play Drogskull Captain to play around Blast Zone. Perhaps it was better to hold up Spell Queller. Okay, Expedition map, going to search up the last remaining Tron piece. So this might be Wormcoil. Nope, it's a Walking Ballista for 3. Meaning holding up spell queller was correct. It does. Oh, it doesn't? Okay. Okay, they're gonna rip counters off of the walking ballista. Put more counters on it. Next turn. So this is kind of awkward. If we let this happen, I see. We let this happen. Drogskull Captain goes away. They can also kill Selfless Spirit before the Supreme Phantom resolves. So I think we have to kill Selfless Spirit here. Oh, they can just kill it in response. I should have waited. So they naturally have Blast Zone. Alright, deck. That's enough lanes. You think so, Razgum? I hope so. So Blast Zone goes up to 1. Or excuse me, goes up to 2. And they have blue mana to counter our Spell Queller. I'm gonna play it here off the Cavern. They thirst in response. Queller enters as a 3/4. I see what you did there, 1/2/1. Dismember. Which member? Dismember. And a counter on Blast Zone? Alright, lands. This is not even funny anymore. Terrible spot to be flooding out. Yeah, Moreland Haunt can help us actually establish a board. Damping Sphere would have come in handy quite a while ago. Attack for 2. Yeah, I think this is gonna actually run away with the game. Our opponent just has buku mana. Bananas mana, as it were. They don't have access to blue, so I think we go for the Damping Sphere right now. Let's play Moreland Haunt this turn. Try and resolve this Damping Sphere. At least the Blast Zone is on 3. So now they actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana to work with. 7, excuse me. And I think we need to go ahead and activate Moreland Haunt on their Walking Ballista. Before they can Academy Ruins it back. Oh, it's gotta be from my graveyard. So never mind. Yep. Figured that was gonna happen. Well, I gave them an incentive to rip a counter off of the Walking Ballista before damage. And I don't think Rattle Chains is going to do quite enough here. Let's play Island. Pass the turn. Okay, if I Rattle Chains now, does that do anything? I mean, Walking Ballista is just kind of messed up. Let's go ahead and exile Selfless Spirit here, make a Spirit. Yep. I think I Rattle Chains now. And this won't work, but if we give Spell Queller, Hexproof, they for some reason don't. Oh, that was a mistake because they have Blast Zone on 3. So I should have gone for this Spirit. So that's 8 damage. Can't afford to go to 7 here. Oh shit, I skipped through my blocks, so I lose. So I could have prevented that by blocking, but I think the Walking Ballistas still get there for them. It's just delaying the inevitable, and the Blast Zone is still on 3 to wreck us. I never should have targeted Spell Queller. What was going through my mind there, I was trying to have Rattle Chains and Spell Queller represent lethal for next turn. There we go. See if we get the pleasure of being on the play or draw. On the play. Hooray for that. See what kind of hand we get. 2 lanes and a decent curve. Guess I'll be keeping this. We'll try this out. We could play Waterlogged Grove turn 1, but I think I like Cavern here. Waterlogged Grove does disguise what deck that we're on. The opponent is on a Lurrus deck. They've already decided not to not to mull, so I guess we play Cavern here. Name Spirit and pass. The reason I don't play Waterlogged Grove here is in case we draw another land that doesn't cause us to take damage next turn, we can play that. Interesting choice of Flooded Strand. So here we'll shock in the Hollow Fountain. Pass turn, holding up Rattle Chains. Could just be an off-color fetch. Maybe the opponent is a mill deck. That kind of makes sense. If they play water, but not shocking, so they're not a Death Shadow deck per se. Yep, it's mill. Here we'll go ahead and flash in Rattle Chains. So Mesmeric Orb triggers on our untap step. We mill over Aether Vial and a Supreme Phantom. We draw Spell Queller for turn. Let's go ahead and attack here with the Rattle Chains. Pass, and I know I missed damage with the Drogskull Captain, but I think it's more important that we Spell Queller what they play next. How about that? Like a Surgical Extraction? Another Mesmeric Orb. And Fatal Push for the Spell Queller. They did shock this turn, so it does work. And this time going after Supreme Phantom, so seems pretty heads up. They're just gonna try and hedge against that card winning the race. Usually what this matchup boils down to is, are you faster? Okay, they milled over a ton of lands and we still hit land. That's pretty crazy. So they've seen our hand. They know about the Spell Queller. I guess we play Drogskull Captain. Maybe it doesn't make sense to do that here. I do kind of want to push through the damage. Searching my library could have been a mistake. I didn't think about Archmate or I didn't think about Archive Trap until after. So if they have any of those in hand, I'm really gonna get punished here. They did not. One, two, three, four. So next turn I mill 8. Go down to 29 cards. Don't really know if I'm interested in drawing a card off the Waterlogged Grove. Could mean the difference between whether we attack for 5 or whether we attack for more. Okay. Do we want to prevent them from drawing 3 here? I think the answer might be yes. Might be better to counter what they play next. I guess I'll let them draw 3 cards, but that seems pretty dangerous. Another draw 3? Okay. And I guess I need to play just Shacklegeist here in case they have Crypt Incursion in hand. Apparition is an interesting one. Fatal Push on the Drogskull Captain. Well, we have to Queller. Knew it. Alright, put the opponent to 2. There's eliminate. Fatal Push comes back. And there's the Crypt Incursion. Damn it. I think I have to scoop. So I think we're pretty much already where we want to be versus this deck. Perhaps Rest in Peace is a card that we want to protect against Crypt Incursion and also Drown in the Lock. Surgical Extractions as well. We can cut the Spectral Sailors. Alright, this hand is on the slow side, but I think I have to keep it. Opponent is mulliganing down to 5 cards. Go ahead and play Vial here, pass turn. Oh, I should have played Flooded Strain this turn, I guess. The less cards in their hand, the less likely they have Archive Trap. So they mill us for 6. Put Vial on 2. Seachrome Coast, that's decent. Let's go ahead and Apparition here. Target one of their crabs. Pass back the turn. Zichi, how's it going? Great to have you in chat today. I didn't realize that my stream encountered an error before. Nobody said anything. And I just noticed a second ago when I pulled it up. Hope you're having an awesome Friday. What's up, Lockhart? Welcome, welcome. I think so. I think so. From the crypt posted in the Discord, all the attorneys for this week. So good check there in the general area. Supreme Phantom or Drogskull Captain. Probably Drogskull Captain here, and then attack. Maybe it's Supreme Phantom off mana. See if the opponent would like to block. Very doubtful. Drown in the lock. Drown in the lock targeting Supreme Phantom. We can play Drogskull Captain here, get in more damage, and counter the Drown in the lock that way. I think we fetch here before they draw their next card. Just again to play around, archive traps. And if I shock this in, it makes it look like I have another Rattle Chains in hand. They didn't take the bait. Yeah, we can't really play around field, but I felt like it was best to shock there, or best to fetch there before they drew their next card. Just like for good measure. Moreland Hot is kind of interesting. Do we Spell Queller in for no value here? I think we might, just to speed up the clock. Eliminate. We'll counter that. And then hopefully they don't have Fatal Push. Unsettled Mariner. Me likes. Yep, they draw 3, but they're tapped out. Okay, they're gonna mill me. Leave back the Quellers and just make 2/2 flyers. Fetching now to mill more. So I think they have Crypt Incursion. That's frustrating. And everything but Shacklegeist. Okay, they scooped. They have another Crypt Incursion in hand. I don't know why they conceded there. Maybe they want to play another game? Oh, it gets countered. Nice. Okay. Mariner for the win. Mariner for the win. Crab on one. I guess it's fairly safe to shock against this deck, but I don't know. I'm just conditioned not to. It's not a My Life Total Matters matchup. Wow. Calm down, opponent. Let's go ahead and rest in peace here. Yep, already down to 27 cards. Damn it, I should have played Horizon Canopy. Oh well, maybe we can put Spell Queller to use next turn. The Visions for one. That's good point. Aether Vial pass. Put Vial on one. And Drog Skull Captain. Seems like the play here. Hit them for 3. We still have a plains we can fetch for. If they have the archive traps though, this is risky business. They have 2 cards in hand. They didn't mill us for anything last turn, so I'm afraid of archive trap, like big time afraid. Oh, I should have got Hallowed Fountain. Damn it. All right. And they have the archive trap. Do they have another one? It doesn't matter. Damn it. Possibly. The rest in peace was like a response to what happened in the game before, kind of. This hand looks really exciting. Also, being on the play seems pretty promising. Okay, looks like prowess. So I'm getting a basic island here to try and stay at a high life total. And to try and present a fast clock. Okay, another Swift Spear. No blocks. And I was expecting light at the stage. There's a Soul Scar Mage though. We could do Cavern Naming Spirit. Or we could save it. What's up, El Radio San? Yeah, I'm trying this deck out. I haven't played it in the longest. I think Unsettled Mariner is the play here. It's possible that playing Rattle Chains is just better representing a flashed in Mausoleum Wanderer or something. Is it really? That's cool. My first modern deck was green white hate bears because it didn't need fetch lanes. Solid choice too. Now you probably have a deck in both modern and pioneer. So if we don't block and they have free damage, let's say they have mutagenic growth in hand. This is 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I still have spirits in paper. I played it a handful of times, probably like 5 times or less. Um, just think I'm supposed to block here, honestly. Unsettled Mariner, I hate to throw it away, but eh, we'll see. They need the mutagenic growth here. Or the gut shot. There's Lava Dart. Targeting me. Which gets countered unless they can pay 1. But they're in it for the prowess. Okay, did we just make a mistake? Did we just punt? Three, six, nine. This might have been a punt. There's the mutagenic growth. Oh, you can't write this stuff. We've already decided no blockers. So we're dead. Wow. Don't ever let anybody tell you that prowess is a bad deck. Unbelievable. So I think we might want to try out Chalice of the Void here. Chalice on one shuts off a very big chunk of their deck, at least 12 cards. Let's see. Swiss Spear, Soulscar Mage, Lava Dart, um, Lightning Bolt. So that's 16 cards. I think Chalice comes in. I think we can take out Aether Vials. Maybe one copy of Rattle, or no, maybe one copy of Shacklegeist. Although this can block their flyers. Everything can block their flyers, except for Unsettled Mariner. Guess I'll take out a Skyclave Apparition here. Wonder if I'm supposed to bring in Paths. Alright, let's go ahead and play Seachrome Coast here. Lead off with the Forge Tender and pass. Chump block the Swift Spear. Another Seachrome Coast. Okay. Run out Mariner here. Pass turn. Not attacking. Soul Scar Mage from the opponent. Alright, we'll go ahead and play another Seachrome Coast here, like you do. And I like playing Skyclave Apparition here because it uses all of our mana. We can take out the Soul Scar Mage. No attacks. Serum Visions. See what they do with their scries. One on bottom, one on top. Okay, back to us. Let's play Island here. Play Mausoleum Wanderer. And Shacklegeist. Go ahead and always yield to the Mausoleum Wanderer trigger. And let's use Shacklegeist's ability to tap down the Swift Spear. Attack for 4 here, leaving back Beard and Forge Tender. Okay, there's a Braid, which will get countered unless they pay 1. So we'll go ahead and sack the Mausoleum Wanderer. No attacks from the Swift Spear. Okay, another Shacklegeist. Seems pretty good. Play Cavern, name Spirit. Use that to play the Shacklegeist. Then we'll tap this. And I think we attack for just 4 here. It's possible we should attack with the Forge Tender this turn to try and speed up the clock. So I think I'm going to send it in this turn. Okay, let's see how much damage we take. Lava Dart on the Unsettled Mariner. Gets countered unless they pay 1. Oh, okay, so Lava Dart targets me. I really don't think they can kill me this turn. Okay. So mutagenic growth. And another mutagenic growth. I'm kind of scared. Yeah, it's actually maybe deserves to be bumped up to a 3, maybe a 4 of. If I let this resolve, Swift Spear becomes a 9-10. It'll become a 11-12. They have 1 card left in hand. Am I taking this? I think I am. Now we just apparition. Maybe not. We don't want to give the opponent a blocker. So no apparition. At least not before attacks. Alright, cool. That was pretty scary. How about the opponent's last barrage there? Pretty insane. Okay, this hand is worse. In quite a few ways. We have to take damage to cast all of our white spells. We have a lot of creatures that just simply die to Lava Dart. I think I have to mull this hand. Alright, I will try this one. Keep. And then I think I bottom the rattle chains here. Maybe it's the second chalice. Yeah, I think I bottom second chalice here. Was hoping that they didn't have any 1-drops yet. Let's keep hoping. There's Sprite Dragon. We take 2, go to 18. There's Forge Tender. Alright, this is kind of rough because we want the Forge Tender down before we chalice on 1. So we'll name Spirit. Play the Forge Tender. It's just an unfortunate draw there, but I think it can still hold down the fort. Yep, there's the first spell that would have been countered by Chalice. Okay, no attack from the Soulscar Mage. Let's see how much damage we take off the Sprite Dragon. 3. Right, there's Hallowed Fountain. So Hallowed Fountain could go after Sprite Dragon here when we cast Skyclave Apparition. But I almost think I'd rather play that tapped and then play Chalice on 1. This is risky business. And it now has to decide if they want to use Lava Dart here. They might. They did not. I think they did bring in a Braid for this matchup, so Chalice is not as good as I was thinking, but hopefully they don't have it here. They already bring in a Braids because they think we're an Aether Vial deck. There's Light Up the Stage. Revealing Mountain and another copy of Light Up the Stage. They'll also cast. That finds 3 more lands. I think we got just a touch lucky there. They still have 2 cards in hand. Sprite Dragon's now a 5/5. So I definitely think that we're supposed to go after the Sprite Dragon with the Skyclave Apparition this turn. So let's do that. Yoink. Pass back the turn. I think the opponent either has Manamorphose or a Braid in hand. Nope, they're gonna use that. They're gonna use the Fiery Islet. I was thinking that they were considering hitting the Skyclave Apparition with something. Bedlam Reveler is pretty yikes. It is a draw 3. Outside of Forge Tender number 2, we don't have that many great answers to that. We can try and grow bigger than the Bedlam Reveler. That might be worth a shot. Let's go ahead and play Drogskull here. Another land. They draw with the Fire Islet. No attacks from the opponent. Like that. Here, I could play Hallowed Fountain, go to 9, play Rattle Chains and Supreme Phantom. I think I'd rather play that tapped though. Just play another Lord this turn. And do I swing with this Drogskull Captain? I think the answer is yes. Opponent has another land. Alright, so we are actually in okay shape, I think. We could play Supreme Phantom here, but I think we play Mausoleum Wanderer first. Oh, it gets countered. That was a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Let's play a Supreme Phantom here. I think I want to attack with both of these. We do have the opponent down to a 4. And looks like we got there. Awesome, redeemed. Redeemed versus prowess. So let's go ahead and open up that chest and see what's in there. Indeed. So, young Power Mentor, I'm going to dedicate this chest to you. 5 play points. Multani, Yavimaya Avatar, and a Mycosynth Golem. Well, the 5 play points is a little on the weak side. These 2 cards probably not really worth anything. But we got our entry fee back to 100 play points. Is big hype. I didn't do so bad with spirits for my first time playing the deck in quite some time. Definitely didn't play as clean as I could have. I think we missed some points of damage versus Bluetron that maybe mattered a lot. But their walking ballistas just kind of rolled over us. Just to recap, we lost versus Demir Mill, and we lost versus Bluetron, beating Prowess, beating Burn, and beating Hardened Scales.